Welcome to North Georgia Now Today. It is Friday. It is fabulous Friday.
Yes, it is.
It's a little mysterious out there because we don't know what kind of weather's coming in. It's a little bit muggy feeling. So y'all get your weather alert radios
the
out.
Snow predictions again?
Well,
Did
I
you see
showed
that?
it yesterday. I showed those pictures yesterday, and I told y'all once upon a time, March 13th, we had 9 inches of snow.
Yep.
They are predicting more snow, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm just so done with that stuff. You know, we don't need any more snow days for school. And, you know, we're fortunate because today we have a class here with us. Miss Dawn Hensley is really good about bringing her class here. We have learned having teenagers on the set means that we can go high-tech because anything I can't figure out, the teenagers can.
Yes, they
Now,
can.
Angela, tell us about this high-tech coffee cup because y'all know I am not high-tech. I'm like the old school, the old girl, the old everything. Okay, Bill Senior, I've said it. I'm
Well,
old.
it's got this funky little lid on it.
So we're going to have to get a teenager to figure it out.
I was like, how do I drink it?
We don't know. We don't know.
We finally figured it out and we found the little hole. So.
Are you sure? Now
Yeah.
be careful because this coffee is hot.
There. It's there.
And we will say right off the bat, right quick, I got to tell you why we have coffee on the set today.
Yes.
Normally, I'm a water girl and I'm trying to really, really be good and I'm trying to really drink a lot of water.
And y'all know I'm a caffeine-aholic.
But last night, I sinned. Y'all, I double dose sinned. It was
And it
Nicholas.
sure was fun.
It was Nicholas's birthday. And because of Nicholas's birthday, somebody coerced us into going down the road. Now, y'all know I don't normally do that. I am a stay in this area kind of girl. I support all your businesses. I love every single one of these local businesses.
Yes, we do.
But somebody convinced me to go down the road about 40 miles, and I did. And I will tell y'all, I don't know what y'all are having for breakfast. It really doesn't matter because I have my breakfast today. This is a slice of cake from the Marietta Diner.
Yes.
Now, it is sinful.
It's heaven.
It looks like you're a greedy hog when you order this.
And Dawn, it ain't yours anymore.
Well,
honey.
this we had to bring it back for Dawn because she came by and brought birthday cake for Nick yesterday, and we had birthday cake and a birthday chocolate chip cookie, and we sang happy birthday to him, and everything was really, really cool. And can we get a close-up of this cake because I want people to be laying there in their beds, mouth-watering,
It's
dying.
white chocolate with raspberry.
White
and it
chocolate
melts
with
in
raspberry.
your mouth.
And y'all, you can't see because white is not a color to show on the air. I should have gotten chocolate, but I want you to know
It's
this
covered.
whole thing, when you order this, 5 people can share this slice of cake.
Yeah.
5 people can share this slice of cake.
Yes.
So this is my breakfast. I don't know what y'all are having. If you're having oatmeal, then Lord help you, you know, because this is about 2,800 calories, I would say, probably.
And then what did we do?
So
We take our happy selves across the street and get a dozen.
You're not supposed to tell that we got hot Krispy Kreme donuts and that they melt in your mouth. You're not supposed to tell that.
And we were so full. Well, Miles actually ate 3 on the way home, and me and Gary were like, no way. We did get home. They ate 6. And this morning I finally had room from all my dinner. I had 1 this morning.
But if you haven't had a hot Krispy Kreme, okay, we got to suggest it. Or if you see, I'm going to give you a little trick. If you see some ball players or some teenagers out on the corners selling donuts,
grab your
buy
box.
a dozen and go home and zap it right quick in the microwave.
And
what
they're
does
just
it
as
do?
good.
It's great. It's great.
Yep.
This is the time of year. All the ball seasons are trying to get sponsors. You know, the teams are really struggling this year because a lot of businesses who had that budget for advertising with ball teams are hurting. So if you see some kids standing on the corner selling donuts, buy yourself a dozen.
And it's not a bad deal. And they
How much are they? Like $6 or something?
Usually $5 or $6 a box. Yeah. And it's well
And it was
worth
$6 from Krispy Kreme yesterday.
Was yours 6? Mine was 7. What did you get?
$13. Well, I guess $6.50 and something. It was $13 for 2 dozen. So
yeah, we got 1. And it was 7.
when we first started buying them, they were $1.95 a dozen. So we are now talking inflation. Here we go. And we don't want to talk inflation anymore. And I'm going to hide this cake because this is Dawn's. She said, I can't go. I know y'all are going to have a good time, but bring me a piece of cake. So we're going to hide this cake now. We're also going to have some of these teenagers are going to come on the set with us, I hope, and we will talk about
what grade are they?
7th, 8th, I don't know.
What grade are y'all?
What grade y'all? Eighth grade. Now, eighth grade, that's the year that you think you're becoming an adult, and you're not. You really want to stay a kid because the adult thing has all these responsibilities. So eighth grade is a good year. That's a good transition time.
Yes.
And Miss Dawn likes to give them hands-on learning, and I think hands-on here, when you bring them live on television, that's about as hands-on as it gets.
Can I just say something real quick? I don't know if you know, but, and I'm not going to say what, I just want you all to pray for Bill and Melissa Senior's family right now. They just had a little something going on.
Right, that's right. One of their daughters had, well, actually, Bill won't care. I mean, Kaylee had another miscarriage.
Yeah. So pray for them.
And he said, please pray for their family. So now I have a very, very, very special birthday. You know, there are some people who touch your life and you're like, what a nice guy. This guy touches my life all the time, and he's such a nice guy.
And he's a good hugger.
He's such a good guy. Charles Higgins, Charlene's husband, is celebrating his birthday today.
Yes.
Happy, happy birthday to you. And also this weekend, our friends that we love, love, Tom and Juanita Wilkie, are celebrating 51 happy years of marriage.
I know. Happy anniversary.
And from that marriage, they produced this one beautiful daughter, and I know that y'all miss Charlene. She will be back as soon as
I talked to her yesterday, and she sounds great.
She does. She's doing
her
well.
spirits are lifted, and her and Courtney and Charles are doing fine.
And you know, the coolest thing about she and Charles is as long as they're together, they're at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't matter. They're together. They are at home.
Right.
They are the most amazing couple. And they could teach many of us that it's not all about the big to-do. It's all about the love and the caring. And,
exactly.
And there's never been a better man than Charles Higgins. So there you go.
He's great.
And
I don't know now. I've got my new Freddie, and he's pretty dang good, too, because he vacuums and mops.
Now, hush, I'm going to tell you a story later about a Freddie, so hush. But it is, if you have somebody good in your life, tell them that you love them, and tell them that you care, and tell them how special they are to you, because we are not guaranteed the next moment.
That's right.
And I have a friend whose husband was a firefighter, and he went to work one day, and he was in Dawson County doing a training exercise, and he drowned on the training exercise. And she said that day, she said, I don't remember if I kissed Mike goodbye. I don't remember if I told Mike I love him. I don't remember. And I said, if you make a habit of doing that, then if the moment comes that they are taken from you, you have that great lasting memories.
How sad.
And I think it's, they had 3 little girls, and I will never forget that day, because she said, I always ran to the door and kissed him. I don't remember. And I said, you know, if you make a habit of that.
And you never want to leave in the morning mad.
No.
Try never to do that.
No.
You know,
because
put it aside.
we are not guaranteed tomorrow. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. And, you know, somebody lost their life on Highway 53 in Pickens County this week. And it was an instant, I mean, the accident happened. It was gone. That was the end of their life. And I thought about that. And I thought, I wonder if this guy told his wife, I love you, goodbye, you know, hugged his kids one more time, because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. And I can tell you, after we drove to Marietta yesterday, if you drive to Marietta for work, you ain't guaranteed nothing, because the traffic, I don't care what fuel prices are, I've never seen so many cars on the road. It's just like crazy. At 7:15 when we were coming home, it's still bumper to bumper. And the one thing I did notice in Cobb County, people can't drive.
No, and
they can't drive.
Did you see all the trucks that were broke down on the road coming home? Yes,
but they cut you off. They cut you off, and they pull over in front of you, and you're like, okay, excuse me, this is my lane. So, Lord help you people who have to drive to Marietta.
No.
And we also, a little note about work. Lockheed's been on strike for a week. We please pray that they can resolve these work issues, and that they will be back at work and back producing. A lot of jobs there. A lot of jobs there. So let's hope that they resolve that, and the folks are back at work. I remember what it's like to see those picket lines, and I remember what it's like to see a strike, and we just hope that they can resolve this quickly, and I think they will. I think they will. They have a lot of jobs, a lot of work, a lot of things happening, and thank goodness they have a lot of orders for big planes.
There's a lot of people
Have y'all ever seen a Lockheed plane? They make the big boys. So please pray that they resolve all issues, and they are back at work soon. We have to go back to work, and part of working is paying our bills.
Yes.
So we have to pay our bills. We want to encourage you. There's a scavenger hunt going on in Jasper, and there are a lot of restaurants involved in it.
You're talking about there's a shop?
No. At Annie's Restaurant, there are about 20 restaurants that are going to be involved in this, and I'm going to get the list and give them to you. We're going to talk about this on Monday. But if you go in, Annie's advertises with us, and Speed Burger does, and Speed Burger is also involved in the scavenger
God love the Speed Burger.
Yes,
If they
yes,
ever
yes.
close, we will all die.
45 years. But if you are eating out and you pay attention to certain things in these restaurants that are involved in the scavenger hunt, at the end of the month, you're going to have an opportunity to win almost $500 worth of gift certificates to eat out. And a lot of folks,
Oh my
because
gosh.
gas has changed our budget.
Yes.
It means that we don't get to eat out as much. So if you eat out some this month and you play the scavenger hunt and you get all the answers right, guess what?
Where do we look? What are we looking for?
Well, there's a piece of paper in the restaurants. The Woodbridge Inn is involved in it. There are several restaurants, and I'll get you the list. But it is, while you're there, you pay attention to things going on around you.
When is the deadline?
The end of March.
Oh,
end of
my
March.
goodness.
So
Wow.
you're going to have time to get out and eat in Pickens County. These are a lot of local restaurants that you do business with anyway. And Annie's being one of our sponsors, we want to make sure you go by there and you look around and you'll figure out, each restaurant has a question about it, and you just answer
I wonder if
this.
it's stuff I could figure out.
Well, I couldn't figure out some of it, and that's all I'm going to say. But I'm not I'm some things.
What oceans by California?
Yeah, I know, like that coffee cup
I know.
this morning. I went, oh, how do you get in this thing? So I don't know. All right, let's take a break. Let's go to our sponsors. And remember, my friend Rich Scott, today he's getting a new item. He's getting a 2003 Kawasaki jet ski, the big one that you will read about in the book. It's the one that I did the big da-da-da-da-da in Carter's Lake on. It will be on Trading Time today. There are so many items on Trading Time, from turnip greens to canning jars to animals to cars to trucks.
Buy
any
it, and when
everything.
she's syndicated, sell it with the story.
Yeah, it is. That jet ski has a story behind it, and the story goes with the jet ski. It will be on Trading Time today. He will be live at 5 o'clock as always. You can call him live and put your information on the air, and I think today is his yard sale day. So if you have yard sales going on, have to be an indoor yard sale, I think, this weekend.
I do
But
too.
we're going to take a break. We are going to our sponsors, and when we come back, I think you're going to meet a few kids, maybe 20, 30, 40. I don't know. I can't tell. It's dark over there. Y'all don't know that, but this studio is dark. We're the only thing lit up. Duh, there you go. We'll be back in just
It's
a
our
minute.
halos.
We'll be back in just a minute. We're back, and you will notice that piece of cake had to move on down, move on down, move on down. I had to get rid of it because it was driving me crazy. Marietta Diner, you have sinned. You sent that cake back with me. A lot of businesses start and fail during even good economies, and right now the economy, I don't know if y'all notice it, but it's been stinking a little bit lately, and it is now on the upswing. Now, I hope will be a great time to start a new business. We have a class here from Clear Creek Middle School who has been working on starting a new business, making a new product, being on the cutting edge of what is new in 2011. And we're going to start right behind me, and we're going to let the kids tell their name and what their project or what their pet is, whether they have always dreamed to be Miss America, have they always wanted to own the next Wendy's hamburger joint, have they always wanted to design great clothing. We don't know what they're going to tell us because we're not sure what they think will be a hit in 2011, but they're going to tell us right now. Now let's start with you. Hold the mic up, okay?
I'm Brandy Southern, and in Miss Hensley's class, my business is a fashion shop where you can buy all kinds of clothes for whatever the season is.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like something I would enjoy. Okay, what are you doing?
Hi, my name is Kelsey, and mine is a pancake shop because I couldn't think of anything else.
Okay.
And, well, that's just about it. I'm not going to say
You
So
anything.
make
how many pancakes do you have?
Yeah,
How many different kinds?
15, I think.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I'm Kayla Nichols, and I'm doing a cereal called Glowing Monster O's.
Oh, wow.
Where they, once you eat them, they make your insides glow in the dark, so.
Oh, how funny. Okay,
Cool.
very creative.
Hi, my name is Lacey, and I have a baby boutique.
Oh, that is neat. Now, and that's something that will always be in vogue. There you go. People are going to buy clothes for babies, okay?
Hi, my name is Britlin Roz, and I made a cereal box, and it's named Cutie-O's.
Oh, how funny.
Hi, my name is Brooke, and I have a dance studio because my mom is a dance teacher, and I just thought it'd be easy and fun.
That's neat. That's neat.
My name is Kelsey, and I'm doing a buffet restaurant.
Oh, I love buffets. Is it
What
kind of
kind of
like
food?
all you can eat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
cool.
what kind of food do you have?
Everything.
Everything.
Neat. Okay.
My name is Nick, and I'm doing a restaurant called Get Alone. It's like a bank slash like restaurant.
Uh-huh.
You can buy food or get loans.
Oh, that is too cool. Now, that is too cool.
That is cool.
You are cutting edge. Okay, there you go.
Hi, I'm Maria Gonzalez, and I have a Divas boutique. We sell all kinds of clothes and things for girls.
I would like a Divas
And you have
boutique.
some
That would be too
beautiful
cool.
hair.
That would be too cool. Okay.
Hi, my name is Raul Moreno, and I have a Mexican restaurant, and it's kind of like a buffet too. You can eat all you want for good prices.
Great. Good. And in today's competition, you have to have good prices and good food, or you're not going to make it because everybody is looking at value.
Mexican's one of my favorite foods too.
Yay. Okay.
My name's Brian Pritchett, and I made a restaurant because it sounded easy and fun. I could make it funny to make people laugh.
Okay. Okay. Well, I owned a restaurant, and honey, it is not
It's
fun.
hard
It is
work.
not easy. It is hard work. Okay.
I'm Grayson Nolan, and I made a donut shop where you can make your own donut and just whatever you want on it.
Good for you. Okay.
My name's John Sanford, and I made a pizza shop where you can create your own pizza.
Oh, that sounds good. I would have a barbecue chicken pizza with diced onions on it.
I would have
Yay.
anchovy, pineapple, and olives.
Yay.
My name's Tanisha Lacey, and I made a bakery shop. They got cookies and stuff like that.
Cool.
My name is Santiago, and I had a technology store.
Technology store?
Technology is the thing, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
My name is Brian Garcia, and I made sort of like a restaurant, like Raul Moreno's, except it doesn't have a buffet.
Cool.
My name's Selena, and I made up a cereal called Carrot Cakeos. It's a mix between carrot cake and cereal.
Oh, that sounds good. Does it have pineapple and nuts in it?
It has nuts, but not pineapple.
Okay. Okay, that sounds incredible. Well, guys, when you can I have that mic back? I'm gonna start over here. Okay. Here. Hang on to that. Just hold on to it. When you go to Ms. Hensley's class, do you think that she teaches, makes it interesting? Is she an interesting teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she's standing over here. We're gonna say some good things about her.
maybe.
I think she likes what she does. Now, do any of you want to grow up to be a teacher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Teaching is to touch a life forever. Teaching will change a child forever. You really can make a difference. And I think now, what about teaching? Would you want to teach younger kids or would you want to teach the older kids? Would you want to deal with a 15-year-old teenager today?
No.
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 It wouldn't
Okay.
matter to me.
How many of y'all walk into class with total respect for your teacher and you do what you're supposed to do? Raise your hands. Okay, guys. How many of y'all?
John.
Okay, how many of you act out in class sometimes and Ms. Hensley goes, all right, enough. Okay, guys, at least you're honest. At least you're honest. Okay. Can you imagine how hard it is to teach a group of teenagers today? It's got to be tough. It has got to be tough. Now, y'all are going through that transition time, 8th grade. Do you feel like you're getting a little bit more responsible as you get older? Yeah, yeah. And you know that at the end of this, there's a goal. What is your goal? Okay, let me have the mic. What is your goal when you finish school? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You don't know. Do you want to go to college?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody here headed to college? Good. Good. Now, what if we lose the Hope Grant? What will happen? Can you afford college? Have your parents prepared for that?
No.
Yeah. So I'm going to suggest that you write your congressman, you write your legislators, and you tell them, I want to go to college. And
deserve an education.
you deserve an education. And for them to mind our money. Because you are the people who will make a difference in my life. Because you are the generation that is going to need that college funding. And if it's not there, many of you won't get to go to college. What's it cost a year to go to college now? You've got one in college?
Her first 2 years, it was $25,000 a year.
Right.
And now it's, thank God she transferred, and it's $14,000 a year.
Wow, big difference.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a big difference. But hope is something. So I'm going to suggest when Ms. Hensley takes you back to class that you all write your congressman, write your senator, and tell them how important it is that they watch our funding and they watch our backs and they quit spending our money on foolishness. Because y'all want to go to college. You want to go to college. Now, what will you do in her class today? What will y'all do when you get back to class?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
We'll probably start finishing our project.
Okay.
So.
What's a normal day in her class? Tell me just a normal day.
We kind of just come in and we do a journal entry, which is like a small paragraph of like a certain subject or something. And then we get to work on our projects.
And how long is her class? Is it called? 80 minutes, okay. We used to have 55 minutes, so now y'all are doing what they call block scheduling, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, is it better to be in there longer? Do you get more accomplished?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do y'all agree with that, the route the school system has taken?
Yeah.
And she said they were making business cards and everything for the businesses, so that's cool.
How high-tech is your business card? Did y'all go all out on computer and graphics?
Not really.
No, no, something pretty simple?
Some people had a background on them and some people just kept them white.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, ETC has a great marketing department, and they change our business cards sometimes, but they always do a catchy something with bright color that will make you go, oh, wow. You know, it's easy to find that card, so when you're designing your business cards, it's important that people look at it and say, oh, yeah, there's that card. I remember that person. So you want your business card to stand out. You want it to stand out. Guys, y'all got anything else you want to talk about? Covered it all? Well, we're about to bring on a guest who came in from Forsyth County today. How many of y'all have watched the program Hee Haw?
Or even know what it is.
Okay, all right.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I'm impressed.
My great-grandfather watched it all the time.
I'm impressed.
Okay, do you know who Junior Samples was? BR549? Okay, his son is with us today. And his son is a whole lot like his daddy. He's real slow talking and he's real country.
And really sweet.
A really, really good guy. And you will really, really like him. So we're
And
gonna
Junior was as funny in person as he was on the show.
And right
He
now,
was
if
funny.
you want to talk to us, call BR549 and we'll be back in just a minute. We're going to the community calendar. We're back. Okay, I told you, BR549 was the phone number that was made famous by a very slow-talking country gentleman from Forsyth County who
He was
ended up on
funny.
national television. Emory, how many years ago was your daddy on television?
Oh,
30?
well, I guess so. It's been a long time.
Maybe 40 even.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably so.
Now, what do
No,
you
no, it
think?
hasn't been that long, but it's been a very good while.
But he's back on television today.
Yeah,
it
I
is
know,
so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It is so cool that RFD has picked up
Is it
Hee Haw.
weird if you flip over and all of a sudden there's Daddy again? They're playing it again?
Not like you might think. I sort of wondered. As I watched Daddy on TV, and then I see some of the people leave, you know, that just died and went on.
Right.
And I sort of wondered how they might feel and what that would do to them, you know. But it's no weird feeling or nothing. It's kind of, it's a little strange, I guess you would say, to see your daddy when you're a lot older than he was, you know.
Right,
So
right.
that's kind of
Now,
weird.
your daddy died at 50 what?
57.
57. Okay, now, do you know that Nurse Goodbody lives in Jasper? Did you know that?
Uh,
What was her
know
name? Diana Goodman? What was her name? Diana? What was Diana's last name?
I guess it was. That
I
sounds
believe
right.
it was Diana. I
guess
think it was.
yeah.
But anyway, she lives in Jasper.
Now, yeah, she has for a pretty long time. Me and Sue found out about it. I got a frog in my throat or something, but we found out about it a few years ago, and I think we'll come and see her one time, or maybe she come see us or something.
Wonder what it would be like to have a Hee Haw reunion, because there aren't many of them left.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I know one of the Hager twins is gone, and Grandpa Jones is gone, and Buck Owens is gone. So that leaves Roy Clark. It leaves one of the Hagers. Lulu Roman is still around.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah, and I can only think of about 5 or 6
Yeah,
people
they
who are still there.
There's not many.
No.
What about all the honeys? Are they still alive?
All the what?
The honeys, you know, that wore the little short skirts.
You know, I don't know. I hadn't been in touch with them in a while, so I really don't know where they are or not.
Well, Hee Haw definitely put Forsyth County on the map. People knew.
Yeah. You know, the man that works you know, you got a mayor, and then you've got a man that's under the mayor that he's the one that really runs the city. You know
Right, city manager, yes.
And that's my son's pastor.
Oh, wow.
And he wants to find an old house that Daddy lived in and take it apart. That'd cost lots of money, but
it would be awesome though.
But they want to take it apart and move it to the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
But now we can't seem to find an old house. It's too long ago. All old houses tore down.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I could draw him one, but it wouldn't be the same house. You know.
No.
He wanted to kind of move the same house,
Oh,
take
my
it apart,
goodness.
and
Now,
fix it up.
where, tell me where you lived as a boy. They're going to hand you a water. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Tell me where you lived as a boy in Forsyth County. Do you remember old houses without electricity and without plumbing?
Yes, ma'am. I don't remember where I lived without electricity. Maybe on the Beaufort Dam Road. It did be in the city limits now, and it was a little, I could even still see the house is a little old greenhouse at the time, set up on the hill. But now I think that's gone. Well, I know that's gone now.
Does your mama have pictures of things like this?
I doubt it. We didn't
Number
have
one,
a
you couldn't
camera.
afford a camera.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. People couldn't afford a camera.
And our houses, we've had 2 or 3 homes to burn.
Oh, my goodness.
And it would have probably been, if she'd had any from way back then, it'd probably burn up, you know. But in this particular house, I remember this house very well. Daddy taught Mama to shoot a gun.
Oh, wow.
And because he was gone right smart.
Right.
Bootlegging and this, that, and the other, you know, making liquor.
And we got to say, in honor of Junior Samples, there's the Moonshine Cruise In,
Yeah.
Georgia Mountain Moonshine Cruise In. There you go. That will happen in Hiawassee in the near future. So.
And that little house had 2 doors. It had what they call a kitchen door and a front door. And the front door had a porch. And Daddy taught Mama to shoot this gun. He said, now, you know, don't let nobody bother you for protection, you know. He didn't want her to be a murderer or nothing like that.
Right.
But, you know, and he taught her all he could about the gun. So he was going to see if she could shoot it one night. And he come up and knocked on the front door, and she said, who is it? He wasn't answering and went out the back. He did that 2 or 3 times, knocked on one door and then another.
And she didn't know he was doing that.
Mother didn't know who it was. She said, I'm going to shoot you if you don't tell me who you are. So he pecked on the front door again in his automatic 22, and she just cut loose.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Emptied that gun in the front door, looked like a sifter.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
But now,
she didn't hit him, did she?
No, he was standing aside. He done started probably for the back door, got out of the way. He just trying her out because he wouldn't take no chance. You know, he knocked on the door and probably stood aside.
Yeah.
I was too young. I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
But I've heard Daddy and Mother talk about it.
Oh, that's
How funny.
Now, your mom is still alive?
Mama's still alive and doing real good, I reckon, for her age.
How old is she?
Let's say Mama is 84.
Wow, wow. So she's been a widow a long time, hasn't she?
Yes, she sure has, really.
Now,
But
what
she's-
about the memories? Because I know that your mom's name's Miss Grace?
Yeah, Miss Grace.
Okay, Miss Grace went to Hollywood. How many times has she shared the story of your daddy's, was it called This Is Your Life?
Yeah.
Was she involved in that, and was she a big part of that? Did she know everything that was going to happen to him and how he was going to be honored?
That was the most awesome show that's ever been on TV. Daddy's manager got all of us that could to go, and some could and some couldn't. Me and Sue went, and we carried a couple of our boys. And it was
To Hollywood.
to
Okay,
Hollywood.
you leave Forsyth
Yeah.
County, Georgia,
Yeah.
and you're headed to Hollywood, and you're thinking, Lord, what am I going to do when I get there?
Mama wouldn't fly.
Oh, wow.
And there's no way she'd get in no plane. So I had to drive, and I just had an old car, and I drove Daddy had a New Yorker Chrysler, and I drove his car. It was just brand new, what you might say. But meanwhile, Daddy calls home every night, no matter where he's at. He called home and says about Mama. Just old country folk, you know, he wondered where Mama was at.
Right.
And nobody wouldn't tell him because this was a top secret.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph Edwards
And Daddy's in Hollywood.
Yeah, he's in Hollywood, California.
He's working on Hee Haw.
Yeah,
Okay.
he thought that's what he was doing. But he was out there to do This Is Your Life, Ralph Edwards show. So Daddy called the police. My wife's out there somewhere, and I want her found. Now he done got told. So he got tired in the motel up and everything, and they had to tell him that Mother was out there. They didn't tell him why, but they told him she was out. It's going to be a surprise, and you've got to calm down.
Oh, that's funny.
Right?
you know. And he knew Mother was there, but didn't know nobody else.
Oh my
and it just, for an old country boy, you can't watch the show without crying. It's just so touching, you know. And they had his first cousin was Joe Hanster. Daddy worked for a sawmill for him for lots and lots of years, and had him out there and his wife. And we just had me and Sue felt like probably, I can't even tell you how we felt, like 2 pigs in a poke or something out there. Amongst it. Coffee was 10 cents a cup here, I believe, or maybe a nickel. And we got out there and it was 50 cents, and we couldn't even believe it. No, you couldn't even believe a cup of coffee was 50 cents.
Now, your mom has a lot of memorabilia, and if they could reconstruct a house and put it over there, we need a Junior Samples Museum. For South County needs that. So if they can't find a house, do you think they will reconstruct something and possibly do this? Because he is, and now that he hauls back on RFD every night, everybody watches it. Everybody watches it. And it's like, did you see Junior Samples last night? And half this generation doesn't realize it's 40 years ago and he's not here anymore. Half the people on there aren't here anymore, but people everywhere are watching Hee Haw again. I think it would be really cool if they could do this museum.
Yeah, we can remember, especially the last house. You asked a while ago about the electricity and plumbing and all. We had outdrawed water from lots of wells and towed it from 2 different springs way down in the hole. And the last house that Daddy lived in before he built his house, he put a bathroom in it and a shower, and had running water put to it. And he did that himself, you know, renting a house. He did that. And Daddy sent me to the well, a little old kid, cold and scared, and you said boo, I'd have jumped. I mean, you know, and the well and the spring would be way off from the house just about every time. My grandpa had a well on the porch. We never was that lucky. Our well would be way off, you know. But I come back and told Daddy, I said, the well froze.
Oh my goodness.
3 o'clock in the morning, you know, and me scared and it cold, and I said, the well froze. I never did tell him well froze no more. I learned right quick, a well didn't freeze.
Oh my goodness.
Now, your mama lives still on the old home
Still in the
place,
same
is that
plot,
right? Okay. And tell me about your family. I know that you have a couple of sisters, and wasn't one sister involved in Hee Haw?
Yes, my baby sister, and you know, I was gonna, this happened real quick. I know I've been planning to come see y'all for a month or 2, but I just hadn't had time. Things are coming up.
You came in from Carolina late last night.
Yeah, and I've been preaching a little church up yonder for 4 or 5 weeks, and when you're out of town, time just flies. But I was going to call my baby sister Kathy that was on Hee Haw and see if she would. I'm sure y'all would let her come,
That would be neat,
and I was going to see if she would come and be on here with me.
Now, how old was she when she was on Hee Haw?
I just have to guess, probably 9. Probably 9 years old. Yes, you were young.
What memories for a kid?
Oh yeah. And we saw that when RFD fixed. Is it RFD? Is that right?
Right.
I get letters mixed up sometimes. When I first picked it up, we watched her again, and it was really amazing to see my little old baby sister on the television. You know.
How many siblings do you have, and do they still all live, brothers and sisters, around you?
Every one of them lives around me except her. Now they got a place in Texas, but somebody's living in it now and looking at it for them. They don't get to go out there much. And then I think they probably sold their place in Florida. I'm not really sure, but they've built a new house in North Carolina, and that's where they live. And the rest of my family lives, what they say, stone casting distance. It's all real close. Yeah.
Or some people say in a spitting distance.
That's what.
In a spitting distance.
Oh,
sometimes, yeah.
Well, Mama, you spit a long way, but that stuff, you know, squirt it, point and
Yes, we had a granny that did that. She would sit, she'd be swinging on the porch, and the railing was way over here, and boy, she'd put that finger down. she never missed. Never missed.
No, I guess Mama put it in one of them little bottles.
Yeah.
You know,
Funny.
Now, the man who came up with the idea to honor your daddy, is this something that probably should have been done a long time ago? Are there road signs that say for South County Home of Junior Samples?
Nope.
There should be. There should be. Yeah.
My opinion, but he was my daddy.
Right.
But my opinion, this should have been done a long time ago.
I believe that.
Because even in Nelson, there's a sign for
Proud Aiken. Yeah.
Now they got he has got his driveway. They got Junior Sample Drive on his driveway. Had it with one of the white road markers. You know, they got the little green signs. And then they got the white Squire road markers, and they have got that up. But it's
Have those ever been stolen?
You can't even read it. No, they don't. They don't. Nobody want that. Don't reckon.
Wow.
Well, I'd like something like that.
I mean,
Now, I've been over to your daddy's gravesite, and is it Sony Memorial Gardens? Is that right? Okay. All right. At 57, he passed away. Was it a heart attack?
yeah, heart attack.
Okay. Do you watch your health, and do you think about genetically? Your dad died young. Do you try to take care of yourself?
No, not like I ought to. Now I had triple bypass 25 or 30 years ago.
Really?
And I was very faithful. I jogged 5 miles every morning. I read my Bible hour every morning, and I exercised hour every morning. And I watched what went in my biscuits, and I watched what I eat. But now, especially working off, we eat hamburgers and hot dogs and corn dogs and chicken right out of the grease. And I mean, you just, sometimes I say, what's I need? And of course, now some of the motels has exercise rooms, and I use it if they got it. But I don't look at it myself like I want to.
Well, we had hoped your wife Sue would be here today because we have a long, long history. Sue worked for me 30 some odd years ago.
And I loved her.
She is such a sweetheart.
She is, but she didn't get her hair fixed yesterday. You know how women are with their hair. I told her I'd comb it for her, but no.
Lordy me. Now, do you check on your mom? Who takes care of your mom? Because I know y'all live pretty close together.
Everybody, the whole family does. But now my baby sister that's on Hee-Haw, she's got a son that's living with Mom. So he's supposed to be kind of looking at her and taking care of her,
Does she still do good though? I mean, she's okay at home to take care of herself.
Oh yeah,
or does
Lord,
she have to have a lot of assistance?
Yeah. Oh no, she wouldn't move in with one of us. I mean, no, she's Mama. She's gonna be home.
I want you to do something for me and share this with everybody. Describe growing up with Grace for your mama and Junior for your daddy. What did you walk to the table for and have for breakfast every morning? Did Mama make biscuits every day?
Every day. Oh yes, every day.
Did we do the sorghum syrup in the butter and we mashed it up?
Lots of times.
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Yeah, get you a little spoon of butter and slap it down in your syrup and just mash it up until it was a gravy, Oh, yeah.
Nothing like eating in the South.
But now we had rabbit and squirrel and fish, and lots of times, most all the time, fish. I mean, we had fish all the time. My daddy fell in a well when I was just 14, 15-year-old. He cleaned that well for a living. And I had to quit school, and we fished. And I mean, we didn't fish for the sport of it. We fished for something to eat.
To feed your family,
So we fished sometimes 3 times a day. But I'd get up as a young boy, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, and go to rabbit boxes and come back and skin a rabbit out. And Mom would get up and cook it for breakfast that morning. I mean, it'd be...
Wow.
It'd
Can't
be,
get any fresher
it'd be breathing 15 minutes ago, and we'd be eating on it directly.
Wow. I've never had rabbit. What does it taste like?
It's just very good to me.
Yeah, it honestly, I've had it because Grandma Dobbs used to cook it on Sunday. We'd have biscuits and gravy and fried rabbit. And if you didn't know that it was fried rabbit you were eating, you'd think it was a piece of a chicken thigh. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. And Grandpa Dobbs always had them, and they cooked them. And I, as a kid, if you'd have told me I was eating the Easter Bunny, I'd have probably been pretty mad.
Yeah.
But it was always gravy and biscuits, and it looked to me like fried chicken, so we ate it, and then we'd get in the car, and Mother would start talking about it, and we'd like, oh, you're kidding me, we hate the Easter Bunny. But it was really good. It was really good. So.
Now, squirrel, I ate squirrel when I was young, but a squirrel now looks too much like a rat.
Yeah, I can't do
and
that.
I have a hard time
Is there really any meat on a squirrel?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they a lot of meat. Yeah, squirrel dumplings are delicious, too. But,
Really?
Do you not know the story about my son-in-law went out and killed some squirrels, and they skinned them, and they put them in my freezer about 2 years ago? And I opened the freezer, and I said, what is that? And they said, those are those squirrels we skinned. And I said, get them out of my refrigerator right now. And they said, they're not going to spread or give you cooties. I said, get them out of my refrigerator. I was like you. It looked like a rat to me. So, can't deal with that. Now, you grew up the poorest of poor.
Yeah, right.
And when your father became famous and the money came in, how did it change your lifestyle?
I was married then, and it didn't really change my lifestyle. Well, it did, too. I drove a tractor and trailer and stayed gone all the time. And when Daddy got on that, I went to work for my daddy, and I drove him to different places, you
That
know.
beats driving a tractor
Oh yeah,
trailer,
yeah,
doesn't
it
Yeah.
did, cause we was home right smart. But I was oldest, and I was his handyman. In other words, every morning I'd get up and go out there and see if he wanted to do anything before I planned my day, because he the one paid me, you know.
Right.
So I guess you can't hardly say that you go from biscuit and gravy to ham, biscuit, and gravy without it changing your life.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it makes you live better. I was in a barber shop one time, and I'm sure these boys have done passed on, but I hear them talking about my daddy, how he thought he had the big head and swelled up because he got on TV and this, that, and other. But see, I know my daddy all my life, and I knew he wasn't like that.
Right.
But what they were seeing is what I just said. It did change his lifestyle. He fished out of a new bass boat instead of a wood boat.
Right.
He drove a Continental instead of a doodlebug. I mean, you know, it changed his lifestyle.
Right.
And he go out and eat where he never could do that. I mean, it changed your lifestyle, but it don't make you no better than nobody else.
No.
And Daddy knew that.
I've heard stories about what an amazing woman your mother is.
Oh yeah, she's one of a
That,
kind.
that she is truly an inspiration. Now, do you think that a lot of what he did, he was happy to be able to provide more for his wife? Because she had it rough for many, many years.
We was walking through the property one time, and Daddy told me, he said, your mama has been, he was real sick. And he told me, he said, I want to build another house to rent for your mama. Said, I wouldn't want to leave her with nothing. She's been way too good a mother. She's been a good mother to my children. She's been a good wife to me. She's a good woman. And said, I wouldn't want to leave her here to struggle.
Wow.
And bless her heart, she's had to struggle just about every day for some reason or another, you know. Of course, big families and families are fussing and quarreling, and she's had to struggle, you know. So she's a tough one.
Now, let me ask you this. Now that Hee Haw is back in, I guess it's reruns, whatever they call it. I don't really know what they call it. Are there royalties that will come in to your dad and your mom because of that?
Not near what you'd think. They just pennies. I mean, you know, it's just really nothing hard.
I think I've read before that back in those days when that show was on, they didn't give you as much percentage as the people now have learned. If you start a TV show, you don't sign the contract without knowing. Because so many reruns do come back. You know.
And in reality, your mother could have been protected all of the rest of her life had your dad known.
Yeah, right.
You know, but you don't know. You don't know. And probably signed his life's rights away.
Probably.
Now, does your mom get out and do things? Is she a go-getter or is she a homebody?
She's a homebody. Now
Is your mama really country? She's still pretty
country as you can get. Yeah.
I'd like to meet her. I know Sue speaks highly of her.
Well, we will someday.
I know the one time I met her, she was really sweet to me.
Now, Emory, where are you preaching?
River Valley Baptist Church.
Where is that?
That's you go toward Murphy. I guess you go 515. Is that the name of it? I've been so many times, but I don't know the name of the road. And you get up to where 60 goes back to Lonigan and goes across to Chattanooga.
Turn at Mineral Bluff.
Go down to Mineral Bluff and turn on Spur 60. And this you go across in North Carolina. It's about a mile. It's a little church up on the right.
Okay.
River Valley Baptist Church sure is a precious place to me.
Now, when are you preaching there? When could folks come?
I'll be there Sunday.
Okay.
I've been there, this will be the 4th Sunday in a row.
That's a long way from Forsyth County, but I understand y'all have a little home up in Murphy, don't you?
We got a little place in Murphy that we can stay, and like when I pastored up at Murphy, we would have a night service, and me and Sue go lay around in the trailer. If we wasn't visiting somebody, you know, we'd go lay around and rest and be ready for the night service. Yeah, so it works out pretty good.
And she said you've been going up on Fridays for the weekend since you've been preaching up there. That way you don't have to stress out and run up there.
Yeah, we try to. We try to get up there. She asked me before I left, was we going to Murphy today or way tomorrow? And I said, well, I'd rather go on. And I had. I'd rather, I mean, there's nothing to hold us at home no way.
Right.
And I'd rather just go up there and rest and visit some of the people.
Now, are you still working for the sister that has the restaurants in North Carolina? Okay. She's successful now at a time that many businesses have failed.
Right.
But she has a really, really good restaurant with good homemade products. You tell me that she does a really great homemade hamburger.
Yep.
That's something you can't find many places.
And not because it's hers, but it's the very best. I mean, they grind their meat fresh every day. They got 8 big trucks to run in and carry them to the restaurants. Every day they have fresh stuff. And even when they order the food that they have to order from another truck, you know, like onions and bread and stuff, it's every other day. I mean, it's all fresh. He goes by himself. They don't even know him. I mean, you know, they don't know Kathy's husband. And he'll go by and try a shake, and he can taste the shake and tell if the Oreo cookie's old or not. Isn't that something?
Wow,
I mean, that's just wild, yeah. All the cookies old in the store, we got to do something, you know. I mean, he wants the best, you know.
What's the name of her restaurant chain?
Cookout.
Cookout.
Every one of them's Cookout.
Okay.
Can't tell you how many they got now. The building's fast, but I think,
Wow.
you know, it's just amazing.
And are they located in just the Carolinas?
Not now. We've got one in Virginia, and it was just North Carolina, but now they've got 2 or 3 in South Carolina, one in Virginia, got one in Tennessee, and I think going to build another in Tennessee. They scattered around a little bit now, but most of them is just in North Carolina. But they go from coast to coast. I mean, from border to border.
Now, did she design these recipes herself? So she's basically the entrepreneur who did she do the food part or the business part?
She does the business part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who designed the food?
I think Marsh does. I think her husband is the one that got it all started up. And, I mean, he'll go by and taste it today. You know,
wow. Well, I'm going to find one of these restaurants because we talked about it last time, and I've never seen it. Now, when we pull up there, does it have an impact on you when you see the building? Will you recognize it?
Oh, you sure will. It's every one of them is one of the most beautiful buildings, especially at night. They've got neon lights around them, and they're just gorgeous to look at.
And it's called Cookout.
Cookout.
Cookout. Well, we'll have to look for those.
Well, I got a Cookout hat, but I should have wore it. Every one of them, they got the little spatula with a long handle on it. It goes under the words. It's got Cookout wrote out, and it's just pretty with all them neon lights. Got a border, goes all the way around the building, a square border. It's just that gorgeous looking store.
And marketing is important. So if you pulled up and you didn't recognize this and you had eaten at another one and really enjoyed it, if you didn't recognize it, you might not stop.
Might not.
Yeah, might not stop. What's your favorite thing on their menu?
The menu.
I'd love a hamburger. I'd love a real good hamburger.
Now, they make it so many different ways. I mean,
Really?
you know, and they've got 40 or 50 different kind of shakes, but one of the managers told me the other day, said, they come up with stuff you wouldn't even think about. They create their own, and they just tell them what to put in it. And they put anything they want in it. I mean, you might wind up with that much ice cream in a cup this big, you know.
Wow.
They just put it full of everything, so they've got anything you want.
Wow.
Now, what do you do in her business? Is it kind of like you were with your daddy, a handyman, and you kind of...
Solder. We, every little refrigerator, you know, they keep meat in little refrigerators in the little restaurant. Not like your restaurant where you have a big refrigerator.
Right.
But they got the little ones like you buy, you know, the coolers that they're more than a refrigerator, they're a whole lot nicer. But all of them got coolers, and we pull them out from the wall and wash the coils behind them to help protect the engine, make them run longer. And then all the lights, we put all the lights in the building. All the pole lights, we got a lift that goes 50 foot in the air. Me and Lamar goes up and puts the light bulbs in and the transformers, and then we take care of all the neon on every store. If there's one blowed, we can't fix that. But we take it and have a copy of it made, and we bring it back the next round. We try to get around every month, but there's so many now, we get around about every 6 weeks or 7 weeks.
Wow. Isn't that incredible, though, that you get to visit with your son because you work with him?
Oh, yeah.
Now, talk a little bit about your boys, because I've seen your boys, and they don't portray your daddy's country image at all. Your boys are more like yuppies. That's kind of how I would describe
You had some really handsome boys.
You got some handsome sons. But they don't appear like your daddy. They're not country and down to earth and basic. Are they good businessmen?
Well, I guess so, especially Lamar is. He's always, see, Lamar took over. He took over my business. We run siding, varnished, and framed. He took over that, and then me and Larry went to work for him, and Lee and Alvin, and well, we was pretty much partnered, I guess.
So
you know,
family business.
And, yeah, just kind of family. And Lamar is he's real good, but the rest of them never paid no attention to all that. They just worked, and now they probably should have been. Now that that the bottoms fell out, everything. I mean, but no, that's no good no how. I mean, not now. In my lifetime, I doubt it ever gets back. But you know, people are being born every day, and people don't have to have somewhere to live. So I figure it'll come back someday, but probably not in my
Now,
time.
Sue was telling me Larry's injured right now.
Larry hurt his back a long, long time ago, toting lumber. And, yeah, and he's, I think maybe Larry's even on disability, I believe, probably.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and him just young.
Yeah, he is young. And their birthdays are all coming up.
Yep.
I always remember that.
Yeah. And Lee got hurt too. Lee was working for the city of Swanee, and a man cut his arm right here with a chainsaw.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't have believed how much. I mean, not that he's that huge, but when you cut that, how it opened up when you cut it to the bone, and you could have stuck a softball in that thing. Of course, now Lee's a big boy. I mean, his arm's bigger than mine, but you cut that muscle right there, and you could have stuck a softball. It made me sick to look at it. So he's still suffering with that. That ain't been too long ago. He loved that job, though. He really loved his job.
Is his arm going to be fully
back
to normal, or is
that's happened. That's been like that almost 2 years, and it hasn't got back yet.
Oh my gosh.
But now he can use it. He's not crippled, you know. He can use it, but it's just not. He still hurts with it.
Now you said one of the boys' preacher is the one who came up with the idea to do the in memory of your dad. Who is the guy who came up with the idea to do the building, the little house in memory of your dad?
No, that's my oldest son, Lamar. That's his pastor.
Okay. When he came up with that idea, did people welcome the idea and say, "Let's do this. Let's spend the money to do it"?
I don't. He told Lamar at church. This just happened a month ago.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's even named it too much or not, you know, to anybody. But I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. I'm not sure he had pull to do it, or he wouldn't have named it to Lamar.
Well, you know, all the folks that go to the Forsyth County Fair, it's a beautiful facility, and a lot of FFA events are held over there. There are a lot of little buildings over there, so there's some funding for it somewhere. Forsyth County was one of the biggest, fastest growing counties in the nation.
It sure was, yeah.
Today, I know there were 40 pages of foreclosures in the Forsyth County newspaper recently. Have you seen the economy in Forsyth County just dead standstill? What's happening there?
I'm not there enough to even look around.
Really? Well, I know that a lot of folks had homes for sale there that have been on the market 4 years.
I think it's
and
still
not
like
selling.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Do
Now,
your
Lamar-
boys live close by?
Yeah. Now, Lamar had a couple houses when the economy first went down. See, we built houses too, and he had a couple, but now he really got lucky and or blessed, or however you might want to see it, and sold his before it got real bad.
Oh,
Didn't make no money on the last couple, but he got rid of them.
Got out from under
Wouldn't
it,
hung up
yeah.
with it, yeah.
Emory, would your daddy be proud of you today?
Well, I think so. I believe, you know, Daddy wasn't a big old church goer, but neither was Mother. Now, they went to church, but they wasn't, you know, every Sunday and really dedicated. But long as I was pastoring churches around the house, 40, 50 miles, Mom would be right there with me, and I'm sure Daddy would have been too. But now she loved to come. Now, Mama really, I think she gets mad at me a little bit for being way off.
Gone so far.
Yeah, but you gotta go. You gotta go where the Lord wants you to go. You know, if you're gonna pastor a church, you got to do it with the Lord.
Right.
Unless you build you one and want to get rich off people, you know. But
How did you end up in the area you're serving in now? Did you go visit that church one time and then they liked you and called you back? I can't remember.
I went to. I was pastoring Calvary. I went to Calvary. I mean, we got just a few minutes.
Yes.
We went. Sue had a great Aunt Lily, that lived at Murphy, and we went to visit her. And every time we go visit her, we stopped by Calvary, just a little old country church in town. And we went up there one Saturday, and of course we had a motel room to spend the night, and told them we was going to Calvary's in the morning. And she said they was having trouble down there. They run their preacher off, and they're in a mess. Said, if I was you know, you might not want to go down there. You know, I thought, well, I didn't want to go no way, but the Lord told me to go down there. So we got up next morning, me and Sue went down there, and there was a pastor there. And when I got out of the car, he knew me, but I didn't know him. And he said, bring your Bible. He knew I had my Bible with me, and I just turned around and walked back and got it. And stepped up on the porch, and he said, you can preach today. He said, you don't visit here without working. So the next Sunday I went back, And the same thing. He said, bring your Bible. I got my Bible. That evening, he asked me would I be the pastor. He said, now, I can ask you because I'm a member here. And said, I've done talked to the church, and they want you. I said, they've got a good pastor. He said, no. I said, I've left. I'm just looking at the church so they can get them a pastor. And I said, well, you think I'd be coming across that mountain every Sunday if I didn't have a burden for the church? So they voted me in to be the pastor. And then me and Sue was going to stop by there here a while back, and they had canceled service for a funeral. I don't know, you can do that if you want to, I guess. I mean, you know, but
I've never heard of that.
Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me to cancel a church service for somebody that's dead. I believe the Bible says, let the dead bury the dead, and go on, you know, but anyway, I don't get into all that, but we started down, we left because there's no service, and it was already about 10 minutes to 11. We started toward home and decided we'd just stop somewhere or another. And we got down about that far and see the sign sat on the side of the road. So we turned in, couldn't find a church nowhere. We went along the end of the road, and we took a right, no church, and come back to the left, no church. We started back to the road, and when we got in front of it, Sue just happened to look up on a hill, and you could see it sticking out like a sore thumb, but we missed it to start with. Okay, got up there, and I'm a little hard of hearing, and he wanted everybody that would to come to the altar and pray for some kind of reason, something he told about it. And of course, I generally sit in the middle of the church or toward the back, especially if I just drop in and visit, you know, don't know the people. And Sue told me what he said, and I went up there to pray with him at the altar. And the Lord just really, heaven just come down, just turned me loose. On the way back to the seat, he asked me to preach. We never saw one another. And he asked me to preach, Brother Stanley did. And I told him, yeah, I'll do the best I could. And I went back up there and preached. And he got me to help him in revival. So we worked the revival together, and they voted him to stay in another year. But he stayed long as he could, and said that the Lord, he got sick and everything else, he had to leave. I just kind of waiting. I just kind of figured that that's what the Lord wanted me there for. I figured that's why he sent me by there. God's got a plan. He got it all worked out if we'll just kind of listen to him.
And if Sue hadn't looked up on that hill, you'd have passed on by, and that part of your life wouldn't have happened.
No, it wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened, yeah.
But now we have stopped in churches like this and load back up and go. Me and Lee, you know, talking about my kids a while ago. Me and Lee had his oldest son with us, and we stopped 3 times the same Sunday morning. Lee said, Daddy, you gonna leave? I said, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I said, I don't want my grandson hearing this stuff. There was the 2 churches that done started when we got there, because we done went to one and waited on it to get started. And this man was lifting himself up. I mean, he's bragging on what he'd done over here and done over there. And he do that outside, you know. I don't go to church hear that. And then we went on to another, and this man, he was really down on people losing their salvation. Well, my God does something, he does it right. He don't have to do it 3 or 4 times. And I told Lee, I don't want my son hearing that stuff, you know, let's go. He said, Lee said, Daddy, we're going out the front door, or we're going to go down the stairs and slide out in the basement. I said, I come in the front door, I'm going out the front door.
How funny.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you know, you can pretend this, that, and other, but God knows all about it.
Right.
You can't pretend preaching. You can't pretend the spirit. I mean, it's real.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Salem No. 2 up in Mineral Bluff?
Salem No. 2 in Mineral Bluff. Nope. Sure haven't.
Next time they have a singing, I want you to go. I know you preach, so you can't go on Sundays, but if they have a singing on Saturday night, I want you to go. That church has the spirit you're looking for. That church has the love that you're looking for. That church has the most amazing group of people there, and that's the Kaler's Family Home Church. And it is one of those, if you walked in and sat there, you'd stay. You'd stay. You would love it.
Where is that at from Mineral Bluff?
It's when you're going 60, like you're talking, instead of turning spur 60, you stay on 60 to go to Salem Church Road, and you turn right. And it's not maybe 2.5 miles off the main road, off 60.
Okay.
And it has that feeling that you know it's right. You just know it's right. And it's one of those, I would venture to say you'd sit down there and you'd stay.
Call us sometime, we'll go.
Yeah, it's an awesome,
If you
awesome
get a
place.
chance to go, and we'll go
They
in.
had the primitive quartet there. They had
Oh,
the
I love them.
inspirations there.
Yeah,
They always bring in, and I think the singing cooks have been there in the in the last few weeks. But it is just a warm. The fellowship there is amazing. It is amazing. Now, Emory, you see in today's world a lot is going on that I don't think the Lord's happy with.
No.
Do you think the people are coming back to church now because they know that the end of time is going to come? We better get prepared.
I can't tell the difference.
Can you not?
No. They may be, but I can't tell that none are coming. You've got the people that's now. This would be hard for somebody to chew up and swallow, but now these people in churches just to be seen and just to see, and them churches growing every day.
Yes.
But where the gospel's preached, people don't want to hear it. They don't nothing to do with it. They don't want to be convicted. I mean, and that's just not growing much. I mean, it's just not doing much.
It's very true.
Now, I'm not saying that every church that's got a crowd of people is not saved and not looking, not trying to do the Lord's work. But look.
What if you hadn't stepped out and done the Lord's work? What if you had walked away the day you had the opportunity in that little church? Do you think you would have as good a life as you have today?
No doubt I wouldn't have. No.
Because you have a really blessed life.
I do, and I've had the honor to baptize 27 or 28 people in the same service. I mean, that's just unreal today.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I know back yonder that happened, but today, in to see a soul saved in the yard before you ever going to church. I mean, God is really. I've had 2 or 3 saved in my house. It's just amazing. To a lost person, that don't mean nothing. Anybody listening to us don't know what we're talking about. That don't mean nothing. But to have somebody saved in your living room and at the little old boy's trampoline out in the yard. I mean, it's just I could just sit down and write a book.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you think about writing your life's experience? Because you have a lot of life's experience, from your dad being who he was to what you have done with your life and the many blessings you've brought to people.
No, I've never thought about it, but now if I did take time and would, I could write a pretty interesting book, I'd say. See, I went with my dad to the liquor stores when I was just a little old kid. Helped him told everything I told, sugar and stuff. And he went.
And your daddy did not make liquor to get rich. Your daddy made liquor to feed his family.
Oh yeah. Everybody done it. He said everybody done it back in his days, and he just learned how and started doing it.
Was that hard work?
Yeah, there's a lot of hard work in it. Yeah, sure are.
Is it 50-pound bags of sugar?
Yeah, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, and 25, and then you get the smaller ones, but you got to put them in sacks and tote them on. You just got to tote it so far back in the woods, where maybe the smoke won't be seen when it starts getting daylight, You just make it all night. Of course, you do it at night where they won't see you smoke and stuff like that, especially in the summertime. In the wintertime, people think it's just somebody's house.
Right.
But in the summertime, the big smoke is boiling up. Somebody going to be checking in on that.
Okay, do you watch Dukes of Hazzard?
A little. I don't watch them a whole lot now, but I watch them right smart. Yeah.
Did that kind of remind you of your daddy's life, Uncle Jesse? Because Uncle Jesse was an old moonshiner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Did your daddy ever wear anything other than overalls?
Daddy bought him one suit where people wouldn't recognize him, because you wouldn't believe that Daddy get on a plane and people would just tear his clothes off almost. I mean, it's just really, they would.
And took your hair out.
And sit down to eat, you could not eat, autographs and all this. Yeah, if I had to get one twig of that hair, or there's anything. And he bought him one suit where nobody wouldn't recognize him, but it didn't make one lick of difference. They thought it was just him out of costume.
Do you still have some of your dad's overalls that could go in the museum if they get this thing done? Are there things, tell me some of the memorabilia people might see. Do you think there are some overalls?
I've got one of Daddy's old fishing suits. It's real thick coat, and pants. And I'm sure there's some overhauls around, but now I don't think I've got none. Sue's got a pair of the hee-haw overhauls, but now Daddy didn't wear them. They wouldn't have. I think they could have been mom's, or could have been. They're pretty small. They could have been my baby sister's when she was on hee-haw. And it could have been a pair that, you know, they made them and sold them. Could have been a pair somebody in the family just bought, you know. So I didn't really know.
Are you happy that your daddy had the opportunity he had?
Oh yes, yes. Daddy worked hard all his life, sawmill, and made.
And so what he did on hee-haw took all that hard work and all that effort and turned it into something he could leave for your mom. Now, can we discuss your daddy's paycheck? Because in television today, I know they contract and make big bucks. What was a normal, do you know what a normal paycheck for hee-haw was?
No, I don't. But now, it was a lot then. A lot more than you could make of working or anything like that, but it'd be little today. Maybe I could guess pretty close to, he'd get $25,000 at a time for 2 or 3 times.
Wow. That is a lot of money for the 60s.
Oh,
that is a lot of money. Yeah, because back then $25,000 was $25,000.
He built his house and had as much as 3, maybe 4. I know he had 3 top-of-the-line bass boats at one time. And whatever kind of car he wanted, he had 2 or 3 of them. He had anything he wanted, you know, just anything that he wanted. But now Daddy wasn't like a lot of people. He didn't care one thing about storing up a bunch of stuff. And I mean, I'd go with my dad. I drove for him, and I'd go with my daddy sometimes, and he'd stop with some of his older people, his old people to me, you know, what are we doing at these old people's house? I mean, I was young. And me wanting to get home to my wife, and I can't remember if I had a son then or not at this time, probably did. Because we had Lamar just right there. We got married about a year, I think. We got married March. He's born that year. He's born a year. And I'd want to get home, and Daddy, he'd give these people $100, lots of money then too, and he'd give them $100, and they'd just cry.
Wow.
And I couldn't understand that. I mean, you know. Matter of fact, Dave thought, why did he give me that? You know, I could have used, here I'm driving for $250 a week. He could give me another $100. But I see every bit of that today. But I couldn't see it then. I mean, you don't see that $100 really, really helped them people. You know? Oh, they just cry when you'd hand it to them. You know.
Now you were making $250 a week when I was making $65 a week. So you were making 4 times the normal salary. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Well, see, now I drove a truck for Refrigerated Transports. They out of business now, but it was one of the biggest trucking companies, I guess, frozen food, especially that there was anywhere.
Right.
And my salary was something like $150, and then I got $250 with Daddy. So he paid me more than I made, but I was on call 24/7 with him too.
Right.
You know. So.
Right.
So he's probably worth $450.
Probably was, yeah.
Was your daddy easy to work for?
Well, yeah. If you done what he wanted you to do, he was very easy to work for.
Well, it's kind of good, though, you got to spend so much time with him since he passed away so young. Yeah. That you were there.
Yeah. But these, after my daddy died, there was lots and lots and lots of times that I'd get to go fishing with him. You know, we'd be just, he'd hit me over the head with a boat paddle or with a rod if I wasn't fishing the way he wanted me to. But after he went on, then we had some good times fishing. You know, he'd show me the best holes and let me drive his bass boat. And, I mean, you know, we had some very good times after he'd done passed on in my, you know, in my dreams. Yeah, we had good times together.
Okay, as a preacher, is there anything you want to say to our viewers today to encourage them to get back in church or to possibly think about, it's very important to you that souls are saved. Is there anything you want to say to our folks today?
Well, that's the most important thing. All the riches and whatever we can store up down here, every bit of it is no good. If we live down here to be 150 years old, it's just a split second compared to eternity. And you're going to live somewhere in the hereafter. You've either got heaven or hell. And you know, and that's plain, and that's the truth. There's the heaven to gain and the hell to stay out of. You can't live good enough to make it. If you could, Nicodemus wouldn't have had to been saved. The Bible said Nicodemus was a good man. Paul was a good man. I mean, you know, these people today, I've got a brother give you the shirt off his back. But now you've got to be saved. And it's the easiest thing when you feel the Lord dealing with your heart, just go. Nobody knows how. You didn't know how. I didn't know how. You didn't know how. Just go. Make yourself an altar somewhere and cry out. And my Bible teaches me that God won't turn nobody away. And if he would, I sure wouldn't have got it. I mean, you know, if he turned anybody away, it'd have been me for sure.
How old were you when you were saved?
I would have to look and see. I really don't know, but I was in my 30s, probably 35. Lord dealt with me when I was a little boy at a little old church we went to, but the church scared me away. They came and tried to drag me to the altar and this, that, and other. And,
I know so many stories like that.
And the preacher told me I saved, and I went home and told my daddy I saved. And of course, my daddy asked me who saved, and I told him, preacher so and so. And that's when he told me that just one saved, son. That's the Lord Jesus Christ. Nobody else can't save him. And boy, he got hot. I'm sure he got a hold of the preacher about that too. But then one day at sitting down in Baptist church, I realized again when I got to be an old man and all my boys, I had all my boys in the altar at one time. Now, Larry didn't get saved. Larry got saved at home later, but right then they all thought they got saved right there that night. And there I was in pitiful shape. I couldn't even go, couldn't even help them. I mean, you know, I had never been saved. And gosh, I wanted to. I mean, I was sitting back here in the middle of the church, and my boys was in the altar. I finally got weaseled around and got up there with them, you know, like I was going to do something. Or I did care, but there wasn't nothing I could do. And Bud Shadman, dead and gone now, but old Bud, he done prayed with them boys till he couldn't get his breath, and he crawled over where I was at. He looked at me right between the eye, and he said, "How's Daddy?" And I said, "Daddy's all right." Lied him right there in the altar. I said, "Daddy's all right." He could have hushed that, you know, but he didn't. He looked at me and said, "Well, the Lord told me to ask you." And I carried that home with me. And every night when I went to bed, I carried that home with me. And that was with me when I woke up the next morning. And it wasn't long after that till old Emory made his way to an old-fashioned altar. And the Lord will save you if you'll trust him and believe that he will. He wants to. What he came here for.
And it's free.
Yes,
it's free. Even in today's economy, you can afford it.
Yeah.
You can afford it. Ange, can you get that bucket? We've got a few birthdays we've got to do.
I'm going to try.
Can you get it?
I'm going to try.
Lord, we keep that bucket close by. There you go.
Yes, we do. We've got Logan Tucker Davis from Nana and all your family, 1 year old, March 4th.
1 year old, happy birthday.
Nellie Ray from your sister-in-law, Madeline Zimmerman, March 4th, and she is not going to tell her age because she is afraid of paybacks. Happy anniversary to Terry and Jenny Southern, March 2nd, 26 years.
And I have to say a good morning to a beautiful lady in Pickens County, Miss Freddie Hamrick, who is gorgeous at over 60, and that's all we're going to say. Happy day to you, and have a great, great weekend. So many of you have touched my life in ways that you will never know. Your messages, your cards, your notes, your phone calls. Thank you so, so very much. A gentleman walked in my office a couple of days ago, and he had a death experience, and he said, you know, I was dead. And they brought me back, and he said, I can tell you what I saw makes it all worth doing it right. And he told me about the angels, and I'm getting cold chills talking about it. But he said, the gentleman who bought the trailer yesterday.
Really?
He said it was real. He said it was real. He had a massive heart attack, and he was gone. He was gone, and he's back now. And he said, I'm living my life differently. And his goal is to invite one person to church every week. And I said, that's a pretty cool thing to come out of a death experience and then be able to share the great message. He said there were angels surrounding him, and he said it is real. It is real.
Yeah.
And I said, that is too cool, because that is like the first person I ever talked to that had that experience. And he said, it is the real deal. And he makes a point to invite one person to church every week. So
neat.
that was pretty cool. Okay, what have you got going on now? You got a birthday drawing?
No, this
Put
is an
everybody
anniversary.
in there?
Yeah.
Okay, all
I got
right.
'em.
We're going to stir it up, and once a week, as always, we will give you a cake. I should have brought my list of where it's from this week, but it will be from our local bakeries, including Dairy Queen for a celebration cake, or who else? Food Lion, Walmart does cakes, Ingles does cakes. Okay, here we go. This is happy birthday to Will Wynn, who is 8 years old on 3/4. So happy birthday to Will. There you go. There's our winner. Emory, thank you so much for being here. Love you and love you are the real deal. You are the real deal. And it's so good to see you. And I hope that people will tune in to RFD. We have it here at ETC. We're lucky enough to have that on one of our big channels. I can't remember the number, but you will get to meet and get to know the man, Junior Samples, who made Forsyth County pretty important place. People know that that's where he was from. And it is great to share your story. And maybe someday you can bring your family to be with you.
Maybe so.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
We love to be here, and we love y'all. And if you can, come up River Valley and be with us sometime.
That is great. Thank you so much. You know, the weekend is going to be a time to do something fun, but I can tell you it is going to be a little miserable tomorrow, a little rain going on. The Barker Brothers will be in Commerce, Georgia. Go see the Barker Brothers in Commerce. You can go to Fullerville Baptist Church tonight and see the McCameys and the Diplomats. There's some good gospel singing all around our area and within an hour and a half or so. If you have a chance, take one of those drives that we take. Now, we take the back roads. And you know, I know there's a program on, is it public broadcasting? It's called The Backroads of Georgia.
Yeah.
It is amazing what we have around us, even with the disgusting gas prices. Get some friends, buy some gas, and go out and just ride the mountains that we are blessed to live in. We did sin last night, and we did go to Cobb County. We have now seen, we have put our sinning ways behind us because we saw the traffic down there. Y'all are crazy to live down there. Get yourself a cabin in the mountains, rent yourself somewhere up here, and come and learn a little bit about this amazing area we serve. Please spend time getting to know our sponsors. Please go to the local businesses, and don't forget the scavenger hunt. You can go to nopickens.com and you can print out the list, and it shows you everything you have to do in these restaurants, but your name will be in a drawing to win up to $500 worth of gift certificates to these amazing restaurants. They had some questions I could answer easily. They had some questions I didn't know. So I know Johnny's Pizza in Jasper is involved in a lot of restaurants.
I'll have to Google everything.
But go to nopickens.com and you will get a little information on the scavenger hunt. It is a way to encourage you to check out our local businesses. The local businesses need your support. So this weekend, if you have time, if you have an extra dollar, please support one of our local businesses. They are important to this community. 27 million people can change the world, and I have a great announcement. We hope that, you know, I said I want to vote for Tom Graves for president. We hope that we get to vote for him as a vice presidential candidate in the near future, because Mitt Romney, Tom Graves, Mitt Romney, Tom Graves, Mitt Romney, Tom Graves, I think that would be a nice ticket. And there is talk that this could possibly happen. Two very conservative, very good men who have been businessmen. And I think that is the whole key to this. America runs on small businesses. 27 million small businesses. Your sister's business is a great success story. She employs a lot of people. It is so important to back up these local businesses. And if you see the government wasting our money when they don't give it back to the local businesses, write your congressmen, write your senators, write your representatives. Call them. Get their cell phone numbers. I've got their cell phone numbers. You know, call them and let them know that we want America to be back to where it needs to be. and be conservative. You know, we have all learned to be conservative and learn to budget. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Yes.
But more than that, it takes joining together with friends and family and visit a local church. Now, again, the name of the church is?
River Valley.
River Valley, just off 60. There you
off
go.
60.
There you go. Well, it's that time we never say goodbye. We will say, check out my buddy Rich Scott today on Trading Time. He will have a really nice jet ski on there today.
Yes.
And he will be live at 5 o'clock. You can call him and add your items. And remember, he also does yard sales, so if you'd like to do that. We will be at Heritage Days in Ball Ground. I believe it's on March 19th. And Rich will be with us there. So we will be out in your communities from Ball Ground to Turtletown. We love visiting with you, and thank you for being here with us today, only on North Georgia Now Today. I'm Cherie.
I'm Piper Elizabeth Banks.
That is Angela. She is really driving me crazy with this thing. This is Angela. I named her that on December 24th, 1969. I remember it. Boy, do I remember it.
Yes.
We'll see you again, only on ETC3. Boy, do
It's been 7 years tomorrow since we said our vows under that old pine tree. You ought to say it now. Standing in the backyard, reminding me and you, if we don't see eye to eye, there's something we can do.